Hey everyone, Mark Kwok here. Today we're talking about watches once again, and the thing specifically I want to talk about is a watch winder. You can't always wear your watches, especially people who have like 5, 6, 7, 10 watches. It's tough to keep them going, so you need something to help you, and that's where a watch winder comes in. Now there's a lot of discussion as to whether a watch winder is good or bad for the watch. I will just say, I've used a watch winder for 8 years or so. I don't think I've seen any problems. It's possible there's some wear and tear on the watch, but I mean, if you're gonna be wearing it every day, what's the difference? That's a lot more shock than just a simple wind. I'd rather just stick it in a winder, forget about it, let it do its thing, and the next time I wear it, it's wound, it's the right time, it's the right day, all that sort of stuff. But when you're choosing a watch winder, the one that I went to is from a company called Barrington. So as you can tell, I have the single winder from Barrington, and then I also have the double winder from Barrington. But clearly I like the company, and let me tell you a little bit about them. So when I was doing research for winders, it really came down to, I think, 2 brands. The first one was a well-established brand called Wolf, and there was Barrington as well. These are the 2 that I was really looking at. There are other brands, of course, but for me, based on all the reviews and all this kind of research I did, Wolf was kind of like the standard. And then Barrington was like this new player that was like really starting to either beat the standard or become the standard themselves. Design, I mean, this piano lacquer thing, I mean, this single watch winder, it's small, it's compact, it looks good just out on a table or something like that. So to me, this made sense, and I actually liked it a lot more. It looked more modern than some of the older designs that Wolf has, where it's like, maybe leather. Whereas this Barrington looked sleek. I'd like to say I'm younger, so therefore this is, fit the bill for me. I went to the double here now, and I gotta say, to be honest, this is a significantly better device. Not to say this is a bad device, but the one thing I had some problems with this is noise. So generally, I think this is a pretty quiet winder. So meaning when it winds, it's like, you can kind of hear a whirring, but it's not that bad. But if it's you in your bedroom or next to you on the bedstand, you can hear it, and that will bother you, I think, over time. This actually does a couple things much better than the single does. The first is that it has a door. And so this helps with a couple things. One, display. I think it looks sicker. It just looks like a more, robust thing. Second, it has a remote, and you can actually do things from the comfort of somewhere else. Third, it has a compartment for extra space, so if you want to put anything in here. Lastly, the most important part, it's basically silent. So for me, the one major issue I had with the single, the sound, is that it is gone. It is also quite adjustable, which is nice. So I don't really care too much about adjustment and stuff, but you can do it so that it rotates one way, rotates another way, and then also, of course, it just, how many rotations it has. There's just more features and functionality. I don't really need all of them, but it's nice to have them in case I do. To me, it's a good balance of price, performance, practicality, design, all this sort of stuff. It's not perfect at any of them. It's not the greatest design. It's not the greatest price. It's not the greatest, but it's in the right at the sweet spot. And that's why I like this company, Barrington. They do it quite well. So if I had an issue with this, I would say it's only one thing, and it's not a big one, but these watches, to put them on in here, you have to put them onto this foam sort of like insert. But I can already tell there's a little bit of wear. Like I might have been a little too tight with one of mine, and then so it ripped a part of the foam here. So I don't know how long this is gonna last. This doesn't seem quite as robust as the rest of this. I would say that's pretty similar actually to the single one too. This is foam as well, and it's fine. It's foam, and so how strong can foam really be? In this case, not that strong, I'd say. And so for that reason, I'd say that's one pet peeve I have. And the other thing, of course, I mentioned is with the single, there's a little bit of noise. If you want it dead silent, you need to upgrade to something like this, or maybe look for another brand that really emphasizes silence above all. But I'm happy with these products. I think Barrington does a good job. Overall, good customer service, good product. Barrington watch winders. This is the single, this is the double. Get yourself one of these things. I'm a fan, I recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mark Kwok. I'll see you guys on the next one.